Hello friends and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering opening video, brought to you by the Card Hub Adelaide. Today we are opening some Tarkir Dragonstorm and we're kicking things off with this glorious collector booster box. The set releases on the 11th of April and pre-release is the 4th, so if you're interested, come on down. I'll have two other videos coming your way, at the very least a play booster box and a pre-release kit. A little sneak peek of the pre-release kit over here. Guess what? Are they shards? I don't remember. Guess what pre-release kit I got? Without further ado, let's do it. Now, as I said, this has all been brought to you by the Card Hub Adelaide, so please do head to the website. Come release, all the cards on here should be on there unless some of our regulars decide that they want to pre-order them ahead of time. If you are in the Adelaide area, please don't hesitate to come on down and check us out. We're in O'Sullivan's Beach. And if you're anywhere else, the website's the way to go. We do same day or at the very least next day shipping. Oh, now I'm super excited for this set. I do feel like people have been sleeping on it because everyone was so excited for Final Fantasy. But I feel like this one's going to be a great time. Let's just pop some sleeves over here for when we need them. So the big pull, it's got to be old mate Ugin, or Eugene as I like to call him. Our other big ones in this set, the Dragonstorm, whatever the hell it's called, play dragons for free card. There's just so many of the big dragons in this set that are going to be awesome in Commander and hopefully in Standard. Hopefully this is a really healthy set for Standard as well. But let's go. Let's see what we get in our first one. Oh, they open nicely. That makes me happy. Alright, we have a Warrior token. And oh, our first one is a rare. So we're going back to front by the looks of it. Yep. Okay. Cool. I'll just hold them here. The common lands being in this is going to be really helpful, and the uncommon ones for that matter, for pre-release and drafting. Dragon Claw Strike. Oh my god, so intensely foily. Holy heck. I might need to adjust some lights because it's going to be hard to read them. Hey, it's the colorless dragon in the showcase version. That looks cool, man. I like that a lot. And we have the Disruptive Storm Brood, 5 mana 3/3. These omen effects are pretty cool, but I feel like people might mix them up with the adventure mechanic from Eldraine. So when you cast an omen, you shuffle it back into your library. You don't actually send it on an adventure like you do with Eldraine. Alright, so our first land is the Plains, the Dragon Shadow Plains, and here are our rares. So, we have a Warrior and a Goblin token. Hey, one of the lands that I would love, the Kishla Village. So enters tapped unless you control an island or a swamp, tap to add green, and play 4 mana and tap it, Surveil 2. Very nice. Oh, Meringue River Regent. 6 mana 6/7 flyer. When this creature enters, return up to 2 other target non-land permanents to their owner's hands. That's cool. And the Omen Coil and Catch. Draw 3 cards and then discard a card. That's freaking awesome. Our showcase is Kotus the Fangkeeper. So 1 and a Sultai, being black, green, and blue. Legendary creature Zombie Warrior, indestructible. Whenever Kotus deals combat damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X or less from among without paying their mana cost. That's freaking cool. Our commander card is Infantry Shield and a foil Craterhoof. Oh my god, Craterhoof being in Standard is bananas to me, just saying. Wow. The foiling on these cards is intense too. That's awesome. Alright, pack 1. Well, that was cool. Let's see if pack 2 can live up to pack 1. Oh, that's a cool elephant token. Alright, let's go through the back here. Any cool commons and uncommons. Dragon Sniper. Okay, so that's just power creep, isn't it? A 1-mana 1/1 with Vigilance, Reach, and Death Touch. My lord. There's that one. Oh. So we have Durgur, Island Dragon. 6 mana, 4/4 flying and ward 2. And it has the Omen, tap up to 1 target creature, draw a card for 2 mana. That's pretty good rate, really. And Stormshriek Feral in the showcase as well. And our Swamp. Hopefully we get some of those Dragonite cards in this, right? Alright. We have the Winter Night Stories. 3 mana, sorcery, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card with Harmonize for 4 and a blue. So Harmonize, you may cast this card from your graveyard for its Harmonize cost. You may tap a creature you control to reduce the cost by X, where X is its power. Nice. And you exile the spell. So a new take on flashback style mechanic. And Kotus, Sibsig Champion. So same character as the other one, but different variety. This is our commander card. So for a black, a green, and a blue, you get a Zombie Warrior 3/3. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a creature spell from your graveyard by exiling 3 other cards from your graveyard in addition to paying its cost. Whenever one or more creatures you control enter, if one or more of them entered from a graveyard or was cast from a graveyard, put 2/1/1 counters on Kotus. That's kind of fun. It's a bit of word soup, but that's alright. Whoa, Nature's Rhythm. That is gorgeous. So X and 2 green. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And Harmonize for X and 4 green. My lord. That card's fantastic. Hey, Zergo! Thunder's Decree. So from Mardu, you get a 2/4 Orc Warrior with Mobilize 2. And if I remember correctly, Mobilize 2 is when it attacks, you create 1/1s. During your end step, warrior tokens you control have this token can't be sacrificed. Ah, cool! So they stick around instead of being sacrificed, which I think is the other part of that. And we have the Frostcliff Siege. Far out, that's a really cool card, man. A 1 and a blue and a red for an enchantment. As this enchantment enters, choose Jeskai or Tima. Jeskai. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Tima. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample and haste. Far out. Man, this set seems strong. Ah. Oh, there we go. Open the other direction. Ah! Opens packs on YouTube all the time. Still can't open packs properly. That was very difficult to open. What's on the side of this token? Oh, a beautiful treasure token. Far out. Okay. Maybe we should do what the Pokemon folks do. So we've got a Spirit and a Spirit. So 3/3 Spirit on one side. Oh, the foiling is so intense. And then a Star Spirit on the other. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we put those at the back. So when I flip this, it should be a land. Hey! So we got a mountain. The Segu Wildling. Omen. Search your library for a basic land card. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. Then shuffle. Nice. And we have Keru Goldkeeper. Far out. That looks really cool. Very nice. And commons and uncommons. Alright, here we go. Here comes our first rare. Hey, Anafenza. Unyielding Lineage. So 2 and a white for a legendary creature, Spirit Soldier. 2/2. Flash, first strike whenever another non-token creature you control dies. Anafenza endures 2. Endures, I think, is 1/1 counters on it if memory serves. Whoa. That is incredible. Neriv, Heart of the Storm, 1 and Mardu. For a legendary creature, Spirit Dragon, 4/5 flying. If a creature you control that entered this turn would deal damage, it deals twice that damage instead. Far out, that's fantastic. Fangkeeper's Familiar. 1 in the Sultai for a 3/3 flash. When this creature enters, choose one. You gain 3 life and surveil 3, destroy target enchantment, and counter target spell. Nice. And become the Avalanche for 4 and 2 green. Draw a card for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Then creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in hand. That's cool. And then Flamehold Grappler. So for Jeskai, you get a 3/3 with first strike. When this creature enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn. When you cast it, you may choose new targets for the copy. That's really cool. Man, this set's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to pre-release and hopefully some drafts. Because, I don't know, any set that has a concentration on... Oh, that just messed up my order, didn't it? Any set that has a concentration on color pairs, spirit and spirit. There's lots of spirit tokens. What the hell? A 1/1 and a 2/2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then when we flip this, aha! An island. Whoa. The Jeskai Shinekeeper. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, any set that has a focus on particular color pairs or anything like that. I feel like the limited environment is a lot of fun. Anyway, this for 2 and Jeskai gives you a Flying Hasty Dragon. It's a 3/3. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Lovely. Another Wildling. Lie in Wait. Formation Breaker. Teeming Dragonstorm. Molten Exhale. Hey, Evolving Wilds. That's nice, Evolving Wilds. Dragonback Lancer, Aggressive Negotiations, and we have a foil Zergo this time around. And then, whoa, yep, alright. That is fantastic. The Mistrise Village, probably the best land in this cycle, honestly. This land enters tapped unless you control a mountain or a forest. Tap to add blue. 1, a blue and tap it. The next spell you cast can't be countered. That is probably going to be mine, I think. Definitely going to have to buy that one. New Way Forward. 2 and Jeskai. It's an instant. The next time a source you can... Alright, let's just rewind. Hang on. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, New Way Forward deals that much damage to that source's controller and you draw that many cards. Oh, that's such a gotcha card. And we got Eshki, Teemer's Roar, so Teemer for a 2/2 human warrior, legendary obviously. When you cast a creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Eshki. If that spell's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. If that spell's power is 6 or greater, Eshki deals damage equal to Eshki's power to each opponent. That's fantastic. Ooh, Dragonfire Blade. I haven't seen this one yet. A 1 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has hexproof from multicolored. Equipped for 4, this ability costs 1 less to activate for each color of the creature's target. Nice. Of the creature it targets, sorry. Very cool. Alright, things are going to start getting messy if I keep laying them out like this, so we're probably going to have to make a quick adjustment in a moment. Whoa, Reliquary Dragon. This token is all colors. Flying Lifelink. Whenever this token enters, it deals 3 damage to any target. That's awesome. Alright, and the other side of the token is just a regular dragon. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Aha! And it's a mountain. Where are our islands, man? Alright, yeah, we're going to skip through this to get to the good stuff. Oh! Okay. That is... I have no idea. It's in Japanese. But that is gorgeous. I absolutely have no idea what card this is, though. God, it is gorgeous. Okay. Rock and roll. I mean, it's got to be whatever the Sultai Revelation is, right? Yeah, no idea. Very cool, though. Jeskai Revelation. 4 in Jeskai for an instant. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Jeskai Revelation deals 4 damage to any target. Create 2 1/1 white creature token. 1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards, you gain 4 life. Holy crap, that's a lot for 7 mana. Glacierwood Siege, so this is the full art version of what I found before. And Jaws of Defeat. Whenever a creature you control enters, target opponent loses life equal to the difference between that creature's power and its toughness. Oh, nice. And hey, we got the black rare land this time. Not the full art version, just the regular foil. So it enters tapped unless you control a forest or a plains. Taps, add black. 1 under black, tap, exile a creature card from your graveyard, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token. I have to start piling these up a little bit. We'll go through and sleeve everything before, or when I do a recap, just because that'll make life a whole lot easier. Alrighty. Here we go. We have a spirit and a spirit. One. Well, we know what this card is. It's 2 different varieties. Scavenger Regent. 4 mana 4/4. 4 mana 4/4. And it has a sorcery for X and a black. Each non-dragon creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. Flying, ward, discard a card. Very nice. And you just get to decide what variety you like. That's kind of cool. Land. Oh, nailed it. Alright. Cool. Feral, whatever the hell it is. Oh my god, this set's going to be so much fun. See if we can find something else pretty. Whoa! Okay, so this is a foil version of the Neriv Heart of the Storm we got before, and that is very nice. It almost feels textured, but it's not. That is fantastic. Laced Prowler, 2 and 2 green for a Snake Ranger 5/5. When this creature enters, you may mill cards equal to the number of lands you control. Renew for 1 and a green, exile this card from your graveyard, put X/1/1 counters on target creature where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Activate only as sorcery. Very cool. Diviner of Mist, 4 and a blue for a 4/5 dragon with flying. Whenever this creature attacks, mill 4 cards. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard with mana value 4 or less without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. And Yathan Roadwatcher. 1 and Abzan for a 3/3 creature human scout. When this creature enters, if you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Man, the set seems really strong. Alright, we're at the halfway mark, friends. Let's see what else we can find. Zombie Druid, that is gorgeous. Oh man. And another treasure. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this one should be a land. And it is, it's a plains. And that thing, and that thing, and that thing. Holy snapping words I shouldn't say on YouTube. Whoa. Narset, Jeskai Waymaster. In the fancy whatever version this is. Human Monk, at the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. It's a 3/4. That is so pretty. Like the foiling on the eyes, I'm not sure if the camera's quite catching it. But you can kind of just, yeah, that's really nice. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look at that. Bam. Oh, she sees into your soul. Hey, Surak, Elusive Hunter. 2 and a green for a 4/3 human warrior. This spell can't be countered with trample. Whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. Very nice. Ambling Stormshell. Oh, it's a turtle. It's a 5 mana 5/9. That's funny. Ward 2. Whenever this creature attacks, put 3 stun counters on it and draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a turtle spell, untap this creature. That's so good. Taval's Judgment. 2 and a black for an enchantment. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Draw a card, create a treasure token, or create a 2/2 black zombie druid. And then Bloomvine Regent. 3 and 2 green for a 4/5 flying Dargon. Whenever this creature or another dragon you control enters, you gain 3 life. And that omen is very tiny text, but it says, 2 and a green, search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards, reveal them, put 1 onto the battlefield, tap, and the other into your hand, then shuffle. Right, so it's just... I'm putting this straight in a sleeve, because that is just very pretty. Yes, very nice. But this is just Cultivate, basically. Kadama's Reach, whatever you want to call it, except it's specific to basic forest. See you later, see you later. And we have a bird. The other side is the 1/1 monk with prowess. Alright, so that's going to be the fancy one. What we want to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to save the best card for last. Hiya! Ooh, and we got our first Dragon Island. Ha, and it's an island. That's funny. I quite like this one. That is cool. Not foil, though. What the hell, Wizards? Why is that not foil? It's in a collector booster. Oi. We got the Twinmore Stormbrood. I keep saying Stormblood. Yep. All very cool. Here we go. So our first is Severance Priest. So for Abzan, you get a 3/3 Djinn Cleric with Death Touch. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. Whenever this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates an XX white spirit creature token where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Cool. Welcome the Dead. 3 and a black for a sorcery that says draw 2 cards, then discard a card, and you lose 2 life. Create X tapped 2/2 black druid creature token. Black zombie druid creature tokens where X is the number of cards that were put into your graveyard from your hand or library this turn. Flashback for 5 and a black. Very nice. Whoa. Rediscover the Way. God, that looks awesome. A blue, a red, and a white for a saga. Steps 1 and 2 are look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest onto the bottom of your library in any order. 3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. That's gross. Whoa. All Out Assault. 2 and Mardu. For a enchantment, creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Death Touch. When this enchantment enters, if it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase after this phase, followed by an additional main phase. When you next attack this turn, untap each creature you control. Wow, that's fantastic. And hey, a foil Rediscover the Way. Very nice. Alright, 4 packs to go. No Ugin yet, but I'm still hoping. I mean, I can't complain too much. We got that gorgeous Jeska. Alright, Spirit on one side. Spirit on the other side. There's lots of spirits in this set, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here we go. Forest. Purging Storm, Brood, Stormbrood. Teeming Dragonstorm. Bunch of commons and uncommons. Anafenza. Unyielding Lineage. We've already read that one. Voracious Bibliophile. 3 and a blue for a 3/3 dragon with flying and vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell with 1 or more targets, draw that many cards. Whoa. United Battlefront. And Anafenza. Very nice. What's United Battlefront do? Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Very nice. Anafenza and Surak. We've already read Surak as well. I'll be honest, that pack might have been a little bit of a dud. Here we go. Alrighty. Bird. And a monk. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Hiya! Ooh, foil forest. That's the Dragon Eye Forest. Very pretty. Alright, let's give it a head a little bit. Oh, that looks fancy. Ooh. Glacierwood Siege. 1, a green and a blue for an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, choose Temur or Sultai. For Temur, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target player mills 4 cards. Sultai. You may play lands from your graveyard. Oh, that's pretty straightforward. Will of the Mardu. 2 and a white. For an instant, choose one. If you control a commander as you cast a spell, you may choose both. Okay. Create a number of 1/1 red warrior creature tokens equal to the number of creature target player controls. Will of the Mardu deals damage to target creature equal to the number of creatures you control. Very nice. Lotus Light Dancers. 2 and Sultai for a 3/6 zombie bard with lifelink. When this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards into your graveyard, then shuffle. Very nice. Whoa. Rot Curse Rakshasa. 1 and a black for a 5/5 demon with trample and decayed. So decayed is when it attacks you have to sacrifice it. Renew X and 2 black, exile this card from your graveyard, put a decayed counter on each of X target creatures, activate only as a sorcery. Well, that's cool. And Yashan Road Watcher again. Oops. That was it. Alright, 2 more. Here we go. I hope anyone who's looking to get the monk, not monk, warrior, and dragon. Anyone who's hoping to get those islands, to only have 2 so far in the entire collector box, kinda sucks, Wizards. I'll be honest. There's an island. There's some very fancy cards. And here's our first rare. Naga Fleshcrafter. 3 and a blue for a 0/0 snake shapeshifter. You may have this creature enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Renew for 2 and a blue, exile this card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. That's gross. I love it. Transforming Flourish for 2 and a green, 2 and a red. Demonstrate. I forget what Demonstrate does. Destroy target artifact or creature you don't control. If that permanent is destroyed this way, its controller exiles a card from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. Then they may cast that spell without paying its mana cost. Very cool. Severance Priest for Abzan. It's a 3/3 Djinn Cleric. I feel like we've read this one before. Anyway, it has Death Touch. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile it. And when this dies, they make a spirit. Very nice. Another Frostcliff Siege. And Stillness in Motion. 1 and a blue for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill 3 cards. Then if your library has no cards in it, exile this enchantment and put 5 cards from your graveyard on top of your library in any order. That's cool. Alright, last pack. Come on, Eugene. We're absolutely rooting for you there, good buddy. Oh, very nice copy token. Well, I know someone who's going to want that. Certain teamer player that I was playing earlier this evening, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I messed up. I took 1 too many. Well, we have the Mangara River Regent, which I didn't realize. Oh no, the other one mustn't have been double-sided. Okay, well that's our final rare. Yep, straight into the lands. Straight into the creature, sorry. Forest. Eshki Dragonclaw. 1 and Teamer for a 4/4 legendary creature with Vigilance, Trample, and Ward 1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell, this turn draw a card and put 2 1/1 counters on Eshki. Ava Adherent. Adherent? Yeah. 3 and a green for a Dog Druid 2/4. Add 1 mana of any color. And tap. Add X mana of any one color, where X is the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. Well, that's cool. Ooh, Dragonologist. 2 and a blue for a 1/3 human wizard. When this creature enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant, sorcery, or dragon card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. Very nice. And Warden of the Grove. Wow, that is gorgeous. 2 and a green for a 2/2 Hydra. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Very cool. Alrighty. Hang out here, folks. We're going to go ahead and sleeve these bad boys up and do a quick recap. Alrighty, folks, what a haul. There are some really pretty cards in this set. I have no idea what the Japanese card was that I pulled. I'll just bring that out here so you can see it. If someone could chuck in the comments what this is, upon a quick examination of the set, I couldn't figure out what this was. It's a bit late, to be fair, so maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now. But very, very pretty. Big hit, I'm assuming, is going to be that one. And then the... where is she? The very pretty, full art mythic lady. Nope, that's Jeskai. Narset, here she is. Wait, so full art foil Narset looks fantastic. That's got to be another big hitter. And 2 full art lands from the rare land cycle. The green one, well, effectively 5 mana because you have to tap the land to surveil 2. Seems like a lot. Whereas the blue one is just fantastic. Blue and tap at the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. Seems great. I think I'll be picking that one up for myself. Anyway, folks, much love to the Card Hub Adelaide, who is sponsoring these videos. There will be more to come, so don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. See you guys. Hey folks, I was just packing up the collector box, and I forgot to mention, we only got 2 of the Dragon Eye lands in an entire collector box. I don't know if that's normal for these, as I haven't really seen any openings just yet, or if that is unusual. Chuck it down in the comments if you've seen other videos that have opened more than this, and I'd love to check them out. But yeah, if you're only getting 2 in a collector box, that just doesn't feel like enough wizards. We need more of the fancy basics in everything. Like, every pack should have a regular one, and if you can do special series, I think every collector pack should have one of these as well. But maybe that's me just asking too much. I don't know. Anyway, much love, folks. We'll catch you next time.